So I know we just went in the diner door, but hey, it's that video I was talking about that I couldn't get to show. There it is. Wow. Glad I got to show that, because I hate not showing things. That's why I pulled up that little clip of the Stumbler line, because I couldn't get the trigger for some reason. Anyway, going in here for real, it's the diner. Yeah, this is definitely the most intimidating area, but it's also probably the one you're most likely to get first. Like, in complete honesty. Actually, you know what? No, for anything, Walters is probably the one you get first. But, yeah. So, looking around, coconut on the table, and another one of these golden Bucky statues. This is getting concerning. Looking around here, we have another coconut. Stumbler's arm. Haha. Wow, that is certainly something to see here. Down here we have like 2 different doorways, but it's not really. You can't really do anything about them. You just get something. Down here we have a locked, well not locked, but caged door, and something leading to the right, but if we head this way, full circle, baby! So, up here, we're gonna find ourselves above everything. Bucky really wants to stare at the camera right now, also, which is fine. I like Bucky. I give you permission to look at me. He was a little rude earlier, but that's fine. And hey, we're somewhere. Let's look at these. This hard to tell what this is. This is a red 8. Chief Wolf, now in blue, or purple maybe? I think that's, real life guy. It's not the same guy that was burning, so it's really hard to tell who any of these real life people are supposed to be. Like, we just don't have enough information right now. Here, we find ourselves out here for the final time, because yeah, we're not going back out here after this. But yeah, we've made our rounds to all 3 doors. Like, we're not gonna see this area again. We're not gonna see Nola Terra again. What we can assume is layer 1, considering 2 out of 3 of these doors are labeled layer 2. This is the door that's not labeled layer 2, but we can make an educated guess that it is. Hi, buddy.
Hi, buddy. Here to observe the arts, I see. I respect that. Take a look around.
And a safe canvas. We look over here. Well, we can't really do anything with this, can we? No code yet, but 2 of the pure souls. Stumbler oddly not included here, even though he's probably more relevant than JD/Vandal is. I mean, like, I don't know. I think this is the thing this is a screenshot of what you see when you start up the game. And like, I don't know. This kind of screen that the disclaimer's on top of. Then we have a blue 3. I think this is the same shade of blue the Chief Wolf was. Like, yeah, so it's blue, not purple. It could have been purple, but this is confirmed to be blue. I have credible sources telling me this is blue, so if this is blue, that Chief Wolf is a blue Chief Wolf. Speaking of blue, well, we can assume that Tumblr is like the Tumblr concept art, but like artificially colored blue. And another guy. This place is so amazing. After a while, you begin to forget. All of this, most will never see it. I commend you, though. Hello. Nice to see you around here, Bucky. Isn't this place magnificent? Magnificent? Seriously, this art is beautiful. Yeah, it's certainly interesting, but I don't know if I'd say beautiful is the right word. We have real life olive. Well, no, that is the olive N64 model, but it's a disturbing image. Well, this one, it's definitely a real person. Hard to discern it. Chief Wolf and Tumblr, so green. They're green with it. More concept art colored red this time. And green Bucky with what looks like blood on top of it. And I have no idea what this is supposed to say. And I know this isn't what it's actually supposed to say. But I'm reading this as cunt. C-U-N-T. I'm definitely right about the N and T, but like the U, I think half of that is just like the lines of Bucky's eye, and then the C could very well be a G, so like it could say like Gint. I don't know. I really don't know. It could also just straight up say cunt. That's completely possible. Because, like, you know, I would think if a guy in a mascot suit killed, like, 3 people in pretty brutal ways, you'd not be in the wrong to call him a cunt. I don't even know what this is. Like, you might have been looking at this while I had that little rant there. I don't know what that is. And wire from the computer. With our last image, a green 9. So, think about that. We've got a green 9, blue 3, and a red 8. Commit that to memory, because I'm going to show you what these are for right now. So, we haven't really found anything like a code. But up here, there's some little banners here, like little flag things in different colors. Red, blue, blue, green. Red 8, blue 3, green 9. What a pretty painting. Wait a minute. Cool, we did it. Now let's go on and oh, that's only one. So here's a funny story. Here's a really, really funny story. The first time I played this, I went up to this keypad and I just typed in 8888 because, like, I think this was my first encounter with the keypad in the game. So I just went up to it and typed 8888 because it was funny. I was like, haha, Stanley Parable. Because Stanley Parable has the whole like keypad 8 thing. So I'll do that. Obviously it didn't work. But after I solved the code properly and went up here. Yeah. I did not see that coming. It was complete coincidence. Like, yeah. Has the music shut off? Oh. Looping. Or... No, it just gets quiet over here. Alright. Anyway. We're gonna hear some voices, but we're gonna disregard them for a little bit. We'll listen to them, though, I promise.
In the 1940s, his cartoons, both animated pictures and comics, had gone entirely under the radar. It was around then that his first picture, Blot, took off. It was about a rabbit that Rex drew, which then it was always his dream to become an artist. But up until the 1940s, his cartoons, both animated pictures
before
and
we look
comics,
at anything,
had gone entirely
I'm gonna head over here and wait for this audio to loop. I'll make a quick cut to when it happens. Alright, loop is starting now. Let's get ready. Get your listening ears on.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, behind this gate lies what could be the start to a bright new tomorrow. I could never bring myself to cut the ribbon on my own. For that, I'll need help from a very special guest. Everyone, put your hands together and make
That
some noise.
is the same audio as that Studio Grounds video we saw. So, take that as you will. I think I kind of talked over it in the video itself, but you know, still.
Long ago, before many of us were born, a man named Rex was brought into the world. Born into a family that was relatively poor, he always strived to create. It was always his dream to become an artist. But up until the 1940s, his cartoons, both animated pictures and comics, had gone entirely under the radar. It was around then, though, that his first picture, Blot, took off. It was about a rabbit that Rex drew, which then proceeded to leap off the page. Utilizing real photographs of Rex's room, and with Rex himself being a character in the short, a foil to the Lapid protagonist, this show ended up selling out immediately, as folks were interested in the stunning mix of real life and animation. Rex would produce more films of the same nature, until eventually he was approached by a company who offered him the deal of a lifetime. Little did he know, this deal led to him selling off his character, as he was so quick to sign on, he didn't read very heavily into what he was signing into. To remedy this, he began to work on a replacement, and that is when Bucky Beaver and his friends were born. The popularity of Bucky not only went on to exceed Blot, but Bucky went on to be one of the most recognizable cartoon characters in the late 60s, and his popularity only continued to skyrocket up until the 1990s. Somewhere in the 1980s, however, Bucky would go on to outlive his own creator, as Rex unfortunately had passed away due to unknown circumstances. Bucky, however, was more alive than ever, and as more characters joined the roster, like the bubbly Olive Otter, to the cowardly Walter Walrus, and the snappy Giovanni Goose, Bucky and the Broadside Animation Company as a whole only became a bigger household name. Studio Grounds was a theme park that was made in honor of Rex. As a kid, he always enjoyed theme parks. There was a merry-go-round at a local fair he would ride many times over in a day. The idea of Studio Grounds originally came into conception after a park known as Broadside Beach was created. This was the predecessor to Studio Grounds, and while it brought in great success and happy memories to many children and adults around the world, the travel to an island through a cruise ship was enough to turn away many potential visitors.
So, that's effectively it for that audio tape. We have no reason to keep listening, but that's a lot of interesting info that we should definitely take to heart. Now, before we really dwell on that, let's look around. It's a sketch of a rabbit. This is Blot, Rex's first creation. Rex? Keep moving. And you in the corner that I completely ignored. Frontier Street Museum. Presented, I assume presented by Cogware Games. Yeah, like, again, this is really like the, back in the debug zone, this is really like the, museums in Ratchet and Clank that I've never seen have only been toured by someone I know.
Hey, Walktail. What brings you down here? Meeting your maker, I'm guessing. Nice.
Alright. Blot took off.
Now,
It was about a rabbit that Rex drew, which then proceeded to leap off the page. Utilizing real photographs
It's a photo of a man.
and with Rex himself being
This
the character
is
in the
Rex.
story,
Rex is a powder. Broadside animation.
This show ended up
Rex,
selling out
Rex,
immediately,
you've
as folks were interested in the stunning mix of real life and animation.
So,
Rex would produce
yeah.
more films of the same nature.
that guy
and
we
eventually,
saw from the
he was
intro
approached
secret
by a company
is
who offered him the
Rex.
deal of a lifetime. Little did he know,
Interesting.
this deal led to him selling off his character, as he was so quick to sign on. He didn't read very heavily
It's a
into
snippet
what
of
he
a
was
cartoon.
doing.
Bucky's
He began to
midway
look
through
for
Bucky's
places,
lifespan.
and that was when Bucky
A redesign was in order.
The popularity of Bucky not only went on to exceed
It's a
but
title
Bucky went
card.
on to become the most recognizable
Construction
cartoon
Construction.
character.
This cartoon had
And his
Bucky working on
popularity
it.
only continued
This
to
didn't go
skyrocket
so
until the
well,
1980s.
however.
Sometime in
What?
the 1980s, however,
And then
Bucky
this.
would go on to outlive his own
Bucky
career,
Beaver and
as
Grave
Rex
Mistake.
unfortunately had passed away
It's a title card of a cartoon.
Bucky
Grave Mistake.
was more
Rex's first cartoon adventure Bucky. In it, Bucky gets buried alive and tries escaping.
and the snappy Giovanni Goose,
I wish I could be
Bucky,
buried
and the
too.
Broadside Animation Company as a whole only became a
Nothing
very
could have
household
prepared
name.
me for that line, and even though by this point I know what he's talking about, I'm still not over it. Because that's just absolutely out of nowhere and just raises so many questions.
The idea of studio grounds originally
As far as I'm aware, we never get to go down here. I'm kind of excited to come back here at a later point, but
This was the predecessor to studio grounds, and while it brought in great
alright. Well, that's our call to head back. Seen everything we really can now. God, the audio in this room is messed up. I hate the atmosphere up here, even if you're not in danger. Right in here. Yeah, it was open. And that was the diner. And this would be a perfect point to actually end this episode. Or if you're watching the full series compilation, just make a random cut. Because this next stretch, I think, deserves its own thing. Be right back.